OG Lee in the house once again, once again. Thank goodness, thank goodness. Yo, I just saw a real gangster in action. A real gangster. I'm looking at this Snoop Dogg thing, right? Where he was talking about GAYLE King and that Lisa Leslie interview. Everybody thought that shit was cool. Boy, Snoop put in her place. Out comes someone named Susan Rice. Most niggas ain't never heard of her. Told Snoop, yo, what she told him, like a gangster, back the fuck off. She said that shit and they printed it and everything in front of God and everybody. Back the fuck off. Most people, you know, especially if you come from that Snoop background, you're like, yo, who the fuck is this telling Snoop to back off? Back the fuck off. Who is this? Susan Rice? Who the fuck is this? Next thing you know, what you see? Snoop backing the fuck off. Snoop bitched up in this case. Back the fuck off. Right? Because Snoop said what he said at the time he said it because he felt it. So why you have to apologize, Snoop? Shit. You know why Snoop got to apologize? Because this lady's name is Susan Rice. This is a black lady, man. Born in the 60s, named Susan. Now you tell me what niggas you know named Susan. In all my days, I have never met a black person named Susan. I've met some Bettys, I met some Marys, I met some Mollys. Now, in my second, third, fourth grade class, and fifth grade, as a matter of fact, we had Susan Fisher, little Jewish girl, smart as a whip, but I never met no black women, no black girls, no black women, no black females named Susan, right? So that immediately tells me, and I, knew that she was the national security advisor for Obama, but I just knew that. I didn't know what she did as the national security advisor. I didn't know about her history or anything. But like, what do? You Google, Wikipedia, or whatever. And so she comes from a very she comes from good stock. But anyway, the way I looked at that when I saw this young lady's name being Susan and being born in the 60s, no, man, I ain't never heard of no nigga named Susan. Now, not Susie either. I heard of Susie Orman, the financial planner. I heard of Susan B. Anthony. And the only reason I knew about Susan B. Anthony is because they came out with a coin that was now $1, but it looked like a quarter. So that's the reason I knew Susan B. Anthony. Now we used to eat a cake back in the day, Susie Q's. Never a nigga named Susan. So I'm just telling you, you don't want to play with nobody named Susan, not if they're black. Oh shit. Here's somebody who's thinking, right? Her parents, when they named her Susan. I'm in a room of people and someone says Susan Rice. You're not expecting a black person to stand up. So that's perfect, because if I send in an application when I, trying to get into these Ivy League schools, when I'm trying to do this and that, I don't want to stand out as Shamika Rice. Now, take me. I'm in the same room. Somebody screams out, "Hey, Leroy!" When you start looking at the fact that this lady was in the Clinton administration as well as the Obama administration, I believe her mama was in the Clinton administration. Her father was an economics professor. At Cornell University, Ivy League, mind you. So then her father was a governor on the Federal Reserve. So just her father was a governor on the Federal Reserve when most niggas don't even know what the Federal Reserve System is. So you got to think about the pull she's got to have within the white society, not to mention the black. Right? And so the women are the strongest aspect of America. And black women are coming up so strong, they getting ready to overtake some of the white women. And so the thing is, when you think about that connection, not to mention if they reach over to the LGBTQ and they sympathize, women in the LGBTQ community would shut Snoop down right. He was the national security advisor. He's connected. Not to mention all of the black folk like her that black folk don't know about within Jack and Jill organizations and all of this shit around the country that are in corporations and all of this power that we don't even realize. We are following what people are telling us, that black people are poor and broke and powerless. So what Snoop realized real quick, somebody pulled his coattail and said, yo, you dealing with a nigga named Susan. You better back the fuck off. So what did Snoop have to do? Get on his Twitter, his whatever social account. Whatever he said, it was meant to be apologetic. Otherwise, why even go say some shit?
We're very nonviolent. We just want to say that first and foremost. What I look like wants some harm to come to a 70-year-old woman. I was raised way better than that. I didn't want no harm to come to her and didn't threaten her. All I did was say, check it out. You out of pocket for what you're doing and we watching you. We speak from the heart. Some of you who have no heart don't understand that.
You a motherfucking gangster from the LBC, and this person told you, Susan Rice, in front of God and everybody, you better back the fuck off. And what did Snoop do? He took heed and backed the fuck off. You a smart man, Snoop. Anyway, this is OG Lee, and I'll see you again soon.